Hey everybody, hope you all are doing well. So I'm petting a little bit right now too. I'm gonna try to multitask and this is the whiteboard I did about truth and lies, and this is a subject that we all know pretty well. So I wasn't even gonna make a video of it. I was like, fuck it, I already wrote some stuff down, so I might as well just do a quick little thing here and fucking keep it moving. So little bear, I know, I'm right here, buddy. It's okay. The devil's in the details. It's a very simple statement that, often I think is overlooked because when you really look at, the inner workings of what's going on here in America and the world, you see the devil's at work. So it's true, the devil is in the details. And when you look at the details like the American medical system, again, I've gone into the codices and what that symbol represents. It's all about commerce and lying, actually, straight up. They're telling you they're liars and people here to make money. 9/11, if you guys look into the explosions, the way the buildings went down, and the fact that they were designed to withstand planes. And then, of course, there's building number 7, which we still had no real good explanation for. But again, it's in the details. If you just look at the television screen of the planes going into the towers and the towers falling down, it's a very convincing story. So much so, it got us to go to Afghanistan. And then in Afghanistan, that was pretty much a whole sham. I mean, a lot of it has to do with Oxycontin and opium and guarding the opium fields. And then Pat Tillman, I don't know if you guys remember, he was actually a former NFL Cardinal, professional athlete who decided to go into the military to fight for his country. And I don't know exactly what happened, but it feels like he found out some not so cool stuff, and apparently he was killed by friendly fire. But again, there's a lot of speculation as to the way he died, and then there's also supposedly a letter he sent to his brother talking about some shit. So you got to use your own. I'm getting the chills talking about it. So you got to use your own, not only your own intuition, but also your own insight and just the details and knowing what the fuck's going on. You have to realize this is Pat Tillman, who's probably amongst everybody there because he was a professional athlete. People probably knew him. So, like killing him, from friendly fire, it's kind of hard to believe. But anyways, these things could happen. And then, of course, the Vietnam War, if you look into the Gulf of Tonkin, that shit was staged too. So, the Trump versus Biden U.S. presidential election, if you just look into that shit, now that's, again, a whole nother topic that, you could say that they've been playing both sides, and they could. I feel like Trump, personally, he was here to, I don't know. I feel like he helped do some good in the world, but that might have just been his part to play. But even just the way it went down and, the negotiations between them and just the bullshit of, that they're supporting a medical system that is fucking essentially killing humanity. And then you can go into election counts and all that and just how bogus it all is. And I haven't even gone into the details. There's probably details to support that it's a lie, but I'm just not paying attention to that shit because I feel like it's all a distraction. But I did want to point out the fact that the devil's in the details. And if you look into even if you look into Biden and his career, I mean, he doesn't really have the credentials to be a real good leader. He's more of a salesman. So, and then yesterday I made the video. I think it was yesterday about Ted Gunderson. Was it yesterday? It may have been 2 days ago. I'm not sure. And about the Great Conspiracy, and he's a retired FBI, head of retired FBI of the Los Angeles Department. He had 700 people under his command, and he's a former advisor to the California governor for narcotics, and a coordinator of security for the 1984 Olympics. So these are real powerful credentials, and he's somebody who came forth and has basically talked about how the New World Order is a real thing, and they've hired real people to implement these 25 goals to corrupt the youth of the world in America in particular, because that's where they've decided to, essentially, drop their new epicenter, because this thing started, who knows where it started, but it has grown and moved and turned into a powerful force here in America. So, Little Bear, you just went outside, buddy. Not right now. You'd be barking too much. So, and then over here in the truth, and of course that's in accordance with fact and reality. An example, take a right at the next crossroads to find your way home. But again, even with that, you have to be tricky with liars, because if you guys don't have an agreed Like you can even take it to like what does right, mean, and this is why having a common agreement of words and their definitions is really important, because right can mean one thing to me and right can mean another thing to you. And if I'm telling you to take a right and you're agreeing with me, but your knowledge of what right is different than my knowledge of right is, then us agreeing on taking a right is agreeing on a different thing. So, and it also goes the same thing with home. Like if you're trying to find home, well, home to me may be a different thing than home to you is. So, just deception is it's tricky, but it's also very simple. You just gotta really just pay attention and take your time and be thorough with it, and not just speed through shit and rush things. And and if you notice a lot of these contracts and languages and word usages that they use and print out, in my opinion, are designed to bore the fuck out of us, so that we just end up signing the shit so we can move on. But in doing so, we miss a lot of key lessons. Little Bear, come on, buddy. We just went outside. It's okay. I'm gonna have to take him soon. But anyways, this is stuff you guys, most of you know. Look, come here. Come on, Flock. Go. Come here, buddy. It's okay. Okay. And then, the 42 laws of Ma'at. I mean, these are things that I can't, I don't have a tangible, palpable way to prove that they're true, but based on what I've experienced in, spirituality and energy and how it works, and even just based on what's happening with America, I think you can deduce that there is a truth to cause and effect and karma. And when you pay attention to bad things happen to you. So anyways, all right, I love you all. Have a good day. Bye.